Okay, good morning po. Good morning sa ating lahat. So, start na po tayo. So, for this morning, we will discuss about combinations. Okay. So, what you need to know. So, ang ating pong milk for today is solves problems involving permutation and combinations and specific objectives. At the end of the lesson, the learners are expected to first is find the number of combinations of a set of objects by applying the formula. Second one is solves problem involving combination, and last one is use the concept of combination in making wise decision. So last meeting we discussed about permutation. So what does it mean by permutation? If you can still recall our concept last week, anybody, please raise your hand if you want to answer. What does it mean by permutation? Yung last week po kasi natin ay permutation. Ano po yung kaibahan ng permutation and combination? Anybody, please raise your hand if you want to answer. Yes, Samantha?
Permutation is the order is important.
Yes. How about combination?
The order is not important.
Okay, very good. So when we say permutation, it is the arrangement of objects wherein the order is important. While for combination, it is the arrangement of objects wherein the order is not important. Whether you alter the arrangement of the objects, it would not mean a different thing. So for us to deepen our understanding about permutation, please open your Kahoot and let us have this review about permutation. Open po natin ating Kahoot and please key in the code 3406875. Again, our game pin is 3406875. Mm, Code po yun. Sino yung naglagay ng 3406875? Mabilis lang ito, tong ating Kahoot. Please key in the game pin 3406875. Sino pang wala? Okay, start na natin. So this is just a review on permutation. Okay, question number 1. What is the expanded form of 7 factorial? Okay, correct answer is yung yellow. Expanded form of 7 factorial is 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So, 5 po ang nakatama. And leading natin is si Sam. Next question. What is the value of 6 factorial? 120, 720, 5,040, 40,320.
Sir, ano pong code?
Ay, nakakagulat ka naman. Code is 3406875. O, correct answer is 720. Okay, so leading natin is si Kim.
Sir, ano
Next,
po?
ka lang. 340, ay lumabas eh. 3406875. Okay, using the fundamental principle of counting, in how many ways can Brett dress himself if he has 10 t-shirts, 6 pairs of pants, and 3 pairs of shoes? Game pin is 3406875. Okay, correct answer is 180 possible ways. So, minultiply lang po natin yung 10, yung 6, at yung 3. Okay, leading natin is si Bea. Next. In how many ways can Aling Rosa arrange 4 potted plants in a row? 6 possible ways, 24 possible ways, 120 possible ways, or 720 possible ways. Lahat po ito ay permutation. Kaya nga lang iba't ibang cases ng permutation. Okay, correct answer is 24 possible ways. So 8 of you got the correct answer. So dito sa number 4, we just look for the value of 4 factorial, which is 24. Okay, leading natin is si Ayan. Second to the last question, find the number of different ways that a family of 6 can be seated around a circular table with chairs. 6 possible ways, 24 possible ways, 120 possible ways, or 720 possible ways. Okay, correct answer is 120 possible ways. So, di ba po sa circular permutation, we just look for the value of n minus 1 factorial. In this case, we have 6. So, 6 minus 1, that is 5. So, 5 factorial is 120 possible ways. And last question, leading natin ay si Ayan. Last question, true or false, the number of combination of objects taken all the time is always equal to 1. May napasamang combination na isa. Okay, correct answer is true. Kapag po kasama lahat ng objects sa pamimilian, ay always equal to 1 po ang combination. So let us see kung sino ang nanguna. So third placer natin is si Sam with 5 out of 6 questions. Jana, 5 din. And si Ayan, very good ang ating first placer. Runners up is si Bea and si Kim. Okay, so based from that activity, I know you already mastered our topic about permutation. So now I will give you some situations and all you have to do is to tell me whether it is permutation or combination. Just raise your hand if you want to answer. Okay, first is choosing 5 questions to answer out of 10 questions in a test. Is it permutation or combination? Yes, Clarence.
Combination.
Yes, very good combination. Bakit po combination yan? O,
Sir, kasi po ano,
Clarence.
kasi po kahit naman po anong piliin din, ganun pa rin naman po, isa lang po yung sasagutan niyo.
Yes, do sa 5 questions, kahit pagbalik-balik rin mo sila ng pagkakasunod-sunod ng pagpili, still yung 5 questions pa rin na yun ang iyong mapipili. Letter B, entering the PIN or personal identification number of your mobile phone. Yes, Bea.
Permutation po.
Yes, that is permutation. Very good. Why permutation?
Kasi po sir, pag iba ng number yung nilagay niya, hindi na po tatama yung password.
Yes. So, pag ni-arrange natin yung numbers, hindi na natin ma-unlock yung mobile phone. Letter C, medyo tricky itong letter C. Opening a combination lock to unlock the door of a classroom. Yes, Samantha.
Permutation po.
Yes, permutation. Why permutation?
Kasi pag mali pa din po yung arrangement na in-enter nyo, hindi pa din po mabubuksan.
Yes. So, pag mali yung arrangement ng numbers dun sa lock, sa padlock, hindi pa rin mag-open yung padlock. And letter D, choosing 6 numbers from 58 numbers in a lottery. Yes, Ayan.
Combination po.
Yes, combination. Very good. Why combination?
Sir, kasi po kahit anong arrangement ng numbers, ganun pa rin yung tatayaan nyo kahit pagpalit-palitin.
Okay, very good. Halimbawa, yung pagkakataya mo ng numbers, hindi ganun yung arrangement na lumabas nung tawag dito, nung dinoro na yung loto, still, panalo ka pa rin kung yun yung numbers na napili mo. So in connection to that, sa ating situation letter D, I have here this question. Pala. Tagal. So I have here this question. Something you would do with the money if you win the jackpot prize in lottery. Raise your hand if you want to answer. Anong gagawin mo kapag nanalo ka ng jackpot prize sa loto? Yes, Bea?
Tatayo po ng negosyo.
So you will open a business. So let us see kung meron bang magtataya ng negosyo dito. Magtatayo ng negosyo. So open a business. Very good. So that is the top 3 question. Next. Yes, Jairus.
Sir, magdo-donate po sa charity or tutulong po sa iba?
Yes, donate to charity. So let us see kung merong donate to charity. So donate to charity. Yes, pang 6. Okay, next. What would you do if you win the jackpot prize in a lottery? Cyrus, anong gagawin mo kapag nanalo ka ng jackpot prize?
Magtatayo po sa sariling bahay.
Okay, you will buy a house and lot. So let us see kung meron yan sa ating money board. So that is the top 1 answer. How about you, Jessa? Anong gagawin mo kapag nanalo ka ng jackpot prize sa loto? Jessa? Jessa, andiyan ka ba? Ikaw na lang, Neri. Anong gagawin mo kapag nanalo ka ng jackpot prize sa loto? Neri,
Sir, magbi-business.
magbi-business. Given na yun eh. Meron na yung... Ay, mali na pindot ko. Ito pala. Open a business. Nabigay na kasi yun yung open a business. Anong gagawin mo pag nanalo ka ng jackpot prize sa loto? Tawag dito. Kim,
Sir, bibili po ng necessary things.
bibili ng necessary things. Medyo general kasing sagot mo eh. Pyra, anong gagawin mo kapag nanalo ka ng jackpot prize sa loto, Pyra?
Invest po.
Invest. Invest. Kaya yung dito. Invest. Okay, deposit the money in a bank. Okay. Another one, what would you do if you win the jackpot prize in a lottery, Clarence?
Bibili po sa sasakyan.
Okay, bibili ng sasakyan. So let us see if it is in the money board. Bibili ng sasakyan. Okay, top 2 answer, get a new car. How about you, Samantha? What would you do if you win the jackpot prize in a lottery?
Treat family and friends.
Okay, treat family and friends. Okay, wala po siya sa ating money board. Since nakatatlo na kayong mali, so reveal na natin yung mga o sige, Aleli. Since nagre-raise ka pa na hand. Aleli,
Magta-travel po.
okay, magta-travel. So let us see kung nasa money board yung magta-travel. Okay, go for a vacation. Very good. So check na natin kung ano pa yung mga nasa money board. So ating pang 7 is set up college funds. And ating pang 5 ay pay debt. O magbabayad ka ng utang. Pero ang aking question, mananalo ka kaya sa loto? Gaano kaya kalaki yung tsansa na mananalo ka sa loto? So, i-apply natin yung concept ng combination para malaman natin yung tsansa natin, kung gaano kalaki ba yung tsansa natin na manalo sa loto. Magagawa nyo lang yung kanina kung kayo ay mananalo sa loto. So, did you know that you have better chances of getting into a car accident, plane accident, or struck by lightning than to win in lottery? Sabi dito, lotteries don't involve skill. Since lotteries are determined purely by chance, all you need to have is luck. And how many possible combinations of numbers do you think you can have? Ito yung ating question na kailangan sagutin. Ilang bang mga possible winning combinations ang pwede doon sa, ano bang loto to? 6/58 Ultra Loto. Para malaman natin kung tayo ba ay mananalo. So, isolve natin yon. So the number of ways of selecting from a set when the order is not important is called combinations. As mentioned a while ago dun sa ating review, the number of combinations of n objects taken are at a time is given by combination of n objects taken are is equal to n factorial over r factorial quantity n minus r factorial. Kung inyong mapapansin, ano pong kaibahan niya? Anong kaibahan niya lang dun sa ating formula sa permutation? Meron lang nadagdag ditong isa. Ano yung nadagdag dyan? Dito sa formula ng combination, may nadagdag lang na isa dyan. Clarence, ano po yung nadagdag?
Sir, yung R factorial.
Yes, nagkaroon po tayo ng r factorial sa ilalim. Itong r factorial nandito. Kasi sa permutation, ang formula natin is ito, n factorial over quantity n minus r factorial. Sa combination, nagkaroon po ng isa pang r factorial. So gamitin natin itong formula na ito para malaman natin kung ilan ba yung possible winning combinations sa loto para ikaw ay manalo. Yan ang ating formula. So dun sa ating problem, our n is 58 since 58 numbers yung pamimilian and ang ating r ay 6 since 6 ang kailangan mong piliin para manalo ka sa loto. So by substituting the given values, our equation would be combination of 58 taken 6 at a time is equal to 58 factorial. This is our n, yung 58 over r factorial, which is 6, quantity 58 minus 6 factorial. So, and then, next step is, inuna ko po itong nasa loob ng parenthesis, yung 58 minus 6. So, 58 minus 6 is 52. So, now we have 58 factorial over 6 factorial times 52 factorial. Ating pong operation dito is factorial. Okay, next step natin, i-expand natin yung 58. Si 58, since may 52 na po sa ilalim, i-expand natin si 58 hanggang kay 53 na lang. Kaya hanggang kay 53 na lang kasi meron tayong 52 factorial sa ilalim. Kinancelled out na natin si 52, inalis na natin. So, nung inalis na natin si 52 factorial, ang natira na lang sa ilalim is si 6 factorial. So, nung in-expand ko si 6 factorial, ito siya. 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So, now we have 58 times 57 times 56 times 55 times 54 times 53 over 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay. So next is, pwede na tayong hindi magtawag dito, mag-cancel. Kung kayo ay nahihirapan, pwede nyo nang i-direct sa calculator since allowed naman dito ang calculator. So, kapag pinerform na natin yung multiplication, ang magiging kalalabasan is 29,142,257,760 divided by 720. So dividing these two numbers, ang sagot is combination of 58 taken 6 at 8 times is equal to 40,475,358 possible winning combinations. So can you imagine, ito yung bilang ng posibleng winning combinations sa loto. Kailangan makahula ka ng isa out of this 40,475,358 winning combinations. Kung gusto mo makasigurado, halimbawa gusto mo manalo ka talaga, kung tatayaan mo lahat ng numbers na yan, i-multiply mo yung 40,475,358 kung magkano yung taya sa loto. So hindi ko alam kung magkano, 20 ata yun. So kung 20, ang magagastos mo ay 809,507,160. Ay yung tatayaan mo para sigurado kang mananalo. Lugi ka pa ata doon. So kinakailangan makahula ka ng isa out of this 40 million possible winning combinations. Could you imagine that? Naintindihan nyo ba yung first example? So napakaliit ang chance mong manalo sa loto kasi ganun yung bilang ng winning combinations na pwedeng lumabas sa loto, 40 million. More than 40 million possible winning combinations. Kaya talagang swertihan ang manalo sa loto. Okay, problem number 2, example number 2. So a horse race, kindly read. Pyra, pakibasa nga itong ating sample number 2.
A horse race includes 10 horses. You are given two betting options. You can choose the top 3 horses regardless of finishing order, or you can choose the top 3 horses in exact order of finish. How many possibilities are there for each outcome? If you were to make a bet, what betting option will you choose?
Okay, thank you. So sabi dito sa problem number 2, dito sa horse race that includes 10 horses, kailangan mong maghula ng top 3 horses. So meron kang dalawang options na pwedeng pamilian. Yung top 3 horses regardless of finishing order and top 3 horses in exact order of finish. Yung top 3 horses regardless of finishing order, what kind of arrangement is that? Is that permutation or combination? Itong top 3 horses regardless of finishing order. Ito po. Ano siya? Permutation or combination? Anong gagamitin mong formula dyan? Sa top 3 horses regardless of finishing order. Aleli. Yes, Aleli?
Combination.
Yes, ayan po ay combination kasi kaya sa unang betting option kailangan mo lang makahula kung ano-ano yung tatlong kabayo na mangunguna dun sa race kahit hindi sila magkakasunod ang hula mo. Then to pangalawa, top 3 horses in exact order of finish. Obviously, ito po ay permutation kasi kinakailangan mong mahulaan yung top 3 horses ng eksaktong-eksakto kung sino yung top 1, top 2, and top 3. So, saan dyan saang betting option katataya dyan? Doon ba sa top 3 horses regardless of finishing order? Or top 3 horses in exact order of finish? So, para malaman natin ng tama, isolve muna natin. Pause na agad ako Doon pa na tayo sa top 3 in any order. So, ito ay combination. So, ang formula natin ay ulit n factorial over r factorial quantity n minus r factorial. So, ano pong ating n doon sa ating problem? Ano pong ating n? Samantha?
10.
10. How about r? Sige, Samantha, ikaw na din. R.
3 po.
Yes. Ang n natin ay 10. Ang r natin ay 3. Sabi ko dati dun sa kung ano yung mas malaking number, ayun ang n. Kung ano yung mas maliit, ayun yung R. Okay. Pause na agad ako ha. So combination of 10 taken 3 at a time is equal to 10 factorial over 3 factorial quantity 10 minus 3 factorial. Sabay kayo sa akin ha, dyan sa papel nyo dyan para naintindihan nyo. Hindi lang yung nakikinig kayo. Okay, anong unahin po natin i-solve dito? Ano po ating uunahin? Anybody, ano pong ating unahin dyan? Samantha pa din. Ano po ating unahin dyan? O, Clarence, anong unahin natin dyan?
Yung 10 minus 3.
Yes, very good. Yung 10 minus 3 po. So, yung 10 minus 3, ayun ay 7. So, ito na yung matitira. 10 factorial over 3 factorial times 7 factorial. Next step natin, hanggang saan na lang natin i-expand yung 10? Hanggang saan na lang po natin i-expand yung 10? So next natin, i-expand na natin yung 10. Hanggang saan na lang natin i-expand yung 10? Hanggang saan na lang po? Yes, Kim.
Hanggang kay 8 po.
Yes, very good. Bakit po hanggang kay 8 na lang?
Kasi may 7 na po dun sa baba.
Yes, may 7 na dun sa baba. Para ma-cancelled out si 7, hanggang kay 8 na lang natin i-expand yung 10. So 10 times 9 times 8, ito po yan. Inalis na natin 7 times and so on and so forth hanggang kay 1 kasi nga may 7 factorial sa ilalim. Kung ano yung mas malaki na nasa ilalim, yun po yung ating aalisin. So matitira na lang yung 3 factorial. So ito po yan, 3 times 2 times 1. So now we have 10 times 9 times 8 over 3 times 2 times 1. Yung 10 times 9 times 8, ayan ay 720. Yung 3 times 2 times 1, ayan ay 6. So 720 divided by 6, that is 120 possible outcomes. So tandaan nyo yan, doon sa top 3 in any order, yung hindi magkakasunod-sunod, basta mahulaan mo yung top 3, merong 120 possible outcomes. Tandaan yan. Doon naman tayo sa pangalawang betting option. Yung top 3 in exact order. Ito ay permutation, yung top 3 in exact order. So, ang formula natin doon is n factorial over quantity n minus r factorial. So, yan. Permutation of 10 taken 3 at a time is equal to 10 factorial over quantity 10 minus 3 factorial. Ito, madali lang to. So, yung 10 minus 3, ayun ay 7 factorial. So, meron tayong dito 10 factorial over 7 factorial. So, pinakita ko dito, in-expand ko parehas ha. So, 10 times 9 times 8 hanggang kay 1 and 7 times 6 times 5 hanggang kay 1. O kaya naman, kung ayaw mong i-expand agaran, pwede rin namang si 10 ay hanggang kay 8 mo na lang i-expand. Ayun yung shortcut doon. Si 10 ay hanggang kay 8 mo na lang i-expand since may 7 factorial sa ilalim. So, yun, inalis ko yun. Kaya natira ay si 10 times 9 times 8. 10 times 9 times 8, ayan po ay 720 possible outcomes. Okay, doon sa top 3, in any order ay 120 possible outcomes. Sa top 3 in exact order ay 720 possible outcomes. So, meron akong question. So, punta naman kayo sa Mentimeter, yung Mentimeter na app. Punta kayo sa Mentimeter. Ang code natin is 9290. Mamaya sumagot pag sinabi ko go na. 9290-6341. Ang code sa Mentimeter is 9290-6341. Punta po sa Mentimeter na app. Ang code is 9290-6341. So if you were to make a bet, what betting option will you choose? Saan ka tataya dyan kung ikaw ay papipiliin? Doon ba sa top 3 in any order or top 3 in exact order? Boto na po kayo. Vote na po. Boto na. Boto na. Saan kayo tataya dyan? Sa top 3 in any order or top 3 in exact order? Anim lang ba kayo? 7. Mayroong isa natataya doon siya sa top 3 in exact order. Sino kaya yun? Okay, so many of you, majority of you, doon daw sila tataya sa top 3 in any order. Sino yung tumaya doon sa top 3 in exact order? Siyempre hindi na amin. Doon na lang tayo sa top 3 in any order. Bakit kayo doon tataya sa top 3 in any order? Yung 8 na yon. Bakit kayo doon tataya sa top 3 in any order at hindi doon sa top 3 in exact order? Yes, Pyra, bakit ka doon tataya sa top 3 in any order?
Sir, mas maunti po yung possible outcomes.
So kung mas maunti yung possible outcomes, ibig sabihin,
Mas more chance of winning po.
yes, very good. So syempre, kung ikaw ay tataya, doon ka sa top 3 in any order kasi 120 possible outcomes lang yun. Ibig sabihin, mas maliit yung chance, ay mas malaki yung tsansa na ikaw ay mananalo kumpara dito sa top 3 in exact order na 720 possible outcomes. Marami yung tamang sagot. So ibig sabihin, mas maliit yung chance mo manalo. So nagkaroon na rin tayo dyan ng statistics and probability. Yes, sa top 3 in any order. Doon ka tataya. Mamaya nyo i-close yung Mentimeter ha. Meron pa tayo dyan mamaya. Balik na naman ako sa wala. Okay, example number 3. Example number 3 na tayo. Okay, during distribution of modules, parents should go to school in staggered time arrangement. If there are 15 modular students in grade 10 Mount Halcon and only 7 parents are allowed to go to school in the first hour of distribution, how many possible combinations of parents are there? Ang sabi po dito sa problem during module distribution, hindi pwedeng sabay-sabay yung parents na pupunta sa school. So, by schedule sila. Assume natin na merong 15 modular students sa grade sa Mount Halcon at 7 lang na parents ang pwedeng pumunta sa first hour of distribution. How many possible combinations of parents are there? So try nyo i-solve dyan sa papel nyo. So ang N natin doon of course is 15. Ang R ay 7. So ilan kaya ang possible combinations ang sagot doon? So try nyo po sa inyong papel. If you have your answer, key in dito sa ating chat box. $15 ang ating N, ang R ay 7. How many possible combinations are there? Okay, according to Ayan, 6,435 combinations. Tingnan natin, may nakasagot na. Tingnan natin kung 6,435 combinations ba ang sagot. So, tingnan natin. So, N natin, as I have mentioned, is 15, RI 7. So, unahin natin yung 15 minus 7, which is 8. Yung 15 minus 7 is 8. And 15 minus 7 ay 8. So, si 15, hanggang saan na lang natin i-expand si 15? Hanggang saan na lang natin i-expand yung 15? Anybody? Hanggang saan na lang natin i-expand yung 15? Aleli?
9 po.
Yes, hanggang kay 9 na lang natin i-expand si 15 kasi may 8 sa ilalim. Yung 8 ang ating tanggalin kasi mas malaki yun kaysa sa 7. Ayun, si 15 ay hanggang kay 9 na lang natin i-expand. So, maalis na yung 8 dito. Mawawala na yung 8 So matitira is yung 7. Yung 7, yung in-expand ko, ito po yan. So by multiplying these numbers, we arrive with 32,432,400 divided by 5,040. So dividing these two numbers, we have 6,435 possible combinations. So tama yung sagot ni Aya na 6,435 possible combinations. Okay? So now it's your turn sa papel ulit. Sa papel, mamaya po i-key in yung sagot sa chat box kapag sinabi ko na para hindi kayo nagkokopyahan ng sagot. So I will only give you 3 minutes per problem. And problem number 1, again na, sinabi kong kapag sinabi ko na i-type na yung sagot sa chat box, saka lang po itatype para hindi tayo nagkakakopyahan ng sagot. So problem number 1, in celebration of Buwan ng Wika in your school, you are tasked to familiarize yourself about the different ways to say the basic Filipino greetings using the 12 mother tongue languages in the Philippines. If you are asked to use only 6 out of 12 mother tongue languages, how many possible combinations of languages can you have? You may now answer it in your paper. 12 ang N, ang R ay 6. Mamaya po i-type yung sagot kapag sinabi kong i-type na. N ang 12, ang R ay 6. Meron kang 12 mother tongue languages na pamimilian at 6 lang yung pipiliin mo. Ilang possible combinations of languages can you have? Kung may calculator ka dyan, pwede naman mag-calculator. Kasi nga, million, thousand na to. Thousands and millions na to. Malalaking numbers na yung pinag-uusapan natin. Again, ang formula natin, n factorial divided by r factorial, quantity n minus r factorial. Ang n ay 12, ang r ay 6. How many possible combinations of languages can you have? Please ko na yung 8 pala. Exit ko lang to ha. Again, 12 ay, ang n natin ay 12. Ang r ay 6. Bagal ng internet. Okay. I guess may sagot na kayo. Please key in your answer. Ayan, magkakaiba. Okay, so many of you ang sagot is 924 combinations. May naiba lang na isa. 665,280. So let us see kung alin ba ang tama. Okay, ang ating formula n factorial over r factorial quantity n minus r factorial. So 12 factorial divided by 6 factorial quantity 12 minus 6 factorial. So unahin natin yung 12 minus 6. So 12 minus 6 is 6 factorial. So parehas 6 yung nasa ilalim. So wala na tayong choice kundi si 6. So si 12, pag in-expand natin ay hanggang saan na lang natin kapag in-expand yung 12? Hanggang saan na lang po? Wait lang, hindi ko nakita. Ano ba yun? Yes, Samantha?
7.
Yes, kay 7 na lang natin. Hanggang kay 7 na lang. Yan, 12 times 11 hanggang kay 7. Then 6 times 5 hanggang kay 1. So by multiplying these numbers, we arrive with 665,280 divided by 720. Dividing these two numbers, we have 924 ways. So the correct answer is 924. So very good yung mga nakatama. 924 ways is the correct answer. So second question, please read. Naubos na yung aking boses. Kim, please read problem number 2.
Alloys are made when two or more metals are mixed together. Suppose you are given 10 metals that include brass, bronze, steel, and sterling silver. How many possible combinations of alloys could you make if you are to mix only 6 metals from these 10 metals?
Yes, thank you. So sabi dito sa problem, makakabuo tayo ng alloy by combining 2 or more metals. So meron tayong 10 metals dito and you are to mix only 6 metals from these 10 metals. So how many possible combinations of alloys could you make? So ganun ulit, mamaya i-key in yung answer kapag sinabi ko na po. Ang N natin is 10, ang R ay 6. Ang N ay 10, ang R ay 6. Ang N ay 10, ang R ay 6. How many possible combinations of alloys could you make? N ay 10, R ay 6. So makakabuo tayo ng alloy kapag nag-mix tayo ng 2 or more metals. So meron tayong 10 metals na pwedeng pamilian, 6 na metals yung ating paghahaluin. So how many possible combinations of alloys could you make? Combinations of metals dapat to, hindi alloys. How many possible combinations of metals? How many possible combinations of alloys could you make if you are to mix 6 metals out of these 10 metals para makabuo ka ng alloy? Para makabuo ka ng alloy, how many possible combinations of metals could you make? I guess may sagot na, madali lang naman. So you may now key in Your answer. Bakit iba lagi yung sagot ni Clarence? Okay, 210 ang sagot. Tanungin ko muna, Clarence, bakit 151,200 yung sagot mo? Mamaya, tingnan natin yung solution ha. Wait lang.
Sir, ano po eh. Yung, sir, akala ko combination po. Kaya,
Combination nga po. Remember, ang sagot po sa combination maliit kumpara sa permutation. Mas maliit ang sagot kapag combination kumpara kapag
ay sir,
permutation.
akala po pala permutation.
Okay, akala mo permutation. So mahalaga po dito sa problem na ma-identify natin kung siya ba ay about permutation or combination. Kapag hindi mahalaga yung pagkakasunod-sunod, siya ay combination. Kung mahalaga ang pagkakasunod-sunod ng objects, siya ay permutation. Sabi dito sa problem, balikan natin yung problem, kahit magkakabali-baliktad yung pagkakasunod-sunod mo ng paghalo-halo ng metal, still, ang mabubuo mo pa rin ay yung alloy na yun pa rin. Parang sa fruit salad, kagaya yan sa fruit salad. Halimbawa, inuna ko yung manga, then apple, then banana. Kung babaguhin ko yung pagkakasunod-sunod, unahin ko halimbawa yung banana, then mango, then apple, still, fruit salad pa din yung mabubuo ko. So, siya ay combination. Kagaya dito sa problem na ito, halimbawa, itong tatlo lang kasi given na metal. Yung brass, yung bronze, then yung steel. Halimbawa, pinagkabalik-baliktad ko yung pagkakasunod-sunod. Yung kayong steel, bronze, tapos brass. Kahit pagbalik-baliktarin ko, steel, yung alloy na yun pa din ang mabubuo. So, siya ay combination. So, tingnan natin kung 210 ang sagot. So, n factorial over r factorial quantity n minus r factorial. So, we have 10 factorial over 6 factorial quantity 10 minus 6 factorial. So, we have 10 factorial over 6 factorial times 4 factorial. So, hanggang saan na lang natin i-expand yung 10? Hanggang saan na lang? Hanggang saan na lang natin i-expand yung 10? Kalang ulit, di ko nakita. Oh, yes, Ayan.
Hanggang sa 7 po.
Yes, hanggang sa 7 kasi nandun between 6 and 4, ang alisin natin yung mas malaki which is 6. So hanggang kay 7 na lang. So we have 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 over 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So yung 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 is 5,040. Yung 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 is 24. Dividing the two numbers, we have 210. Okay, so very good. 210 po ang sagot. Okay, last problem. Pakibasa po, Bea.
Sir, in line with the English Book Week, you are tasked to make a movie review about the 8 film adaptations of the Harry Potter novel written by J.K. Rowling. How many different selections could you make if you are tasked to choose only 4 film adaptations?
Adaptation. Okay, sabi po sa problem, meron tayong 8 film adaptations na pamimilian. 8 film adaptations of the Harry Potter novel written by J.K. Rowling. And 4 lang yung pipiliin mo among these 8 film adaptations. So how many different selections could you make? So ang N natin ay 8, ang R natin is 4. Ayan po ay combination. Kasi kahit pagbalik-balik try mo yung pagpili doon sa film adaptation, still ayun pa din yun. Parang sa test questions siya. Halimbawa, pipili ka. Ang pinili mo ay 2, question number 2, question number 4, question number 6, question number 8. Halimbawa, ganun. Tapos pinagbalik-baliktad mo, inuna mo yung 6, inuna mo yung 2, followed by 8, followed by 4. Kahit pagbalik-baliktarin mo, yung questions pa rin na yun ang sasagutan mo. Kagaya po yan dito sa problem number 3. 8 ang N, ang R ay 4. N natin ay 8, ang R natin is 4. May 8 film adaptations na yung Harry Potter na sinulat ni J.K. Rowling. And 4 lang ang pipiliin mo. Gagawan mo ng movie review. Diba nung second quarter, movie review yung ano nyo sa English? Ilang selections ang pwede mo makuha? Last 1 minute to answer. Iba hindi nagsasagot. Same names lang yung nakikita ko dito sa chat box. Eight film adaptations of Harry Potter. 4 yung pipiliin mo. How many different selections could you make if you are tasked to choose only 4 film adaptations? So if you have your answer, please key in your answers now. Waiting to be sent na lang pala, no? Naka-ready na agad. So 70 ang inyong sagot. Tingnan ko nga kung si Clarence ay hindi. Oh, yan. 70 na ang sagot ni Clarence. Parehas na sa inyo. So tingnan natin kung 70 nga ang sagot. Ayan, n factorial over r factorial. Ayan pa rin ating formula. Quantity n minus r factorial. So 8 factorial over 4 factorial. Quantity 8 minus 4 factorial. So ayan, we have 8 factorial over 4 factorial times 4 factorial. By the way, kasi baka isipin nyo, pwedeng pag-multiply yung 4 factorial times 4 factorial. Hindi po ha. Hindi. Okay, we have 8 factorial over 4 factorial times 4 factorial. So hanggang saan na lang natin i-expand yung 8? Hanggang saan na lang natin i-expand yung 8? Wait lang, hindi ko nakita. Yes, Bea, hanggang saan na lang?
Hanggang 3 po.
Hanggang saan na lang po? Ulit po. Hanggang saan na lang po natin i-expand yung 8?
Hanggang 3 po. 5 po pala, sir.
Yes, hanggang 5 po. Hanggang 5 natin, i-expand si 8. So, 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. Tapos yung 4 na natira sa ilalim. 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So, 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 is 1,680 divided by 24. So, dividing these two numbers, we have 70 ways. So, combination of 8 taken 4 at 8 times is equal to 720 is equal to 70 ways. Is that understood? So tama po ang inyong sagot na 70 ways. So do you have any questions with our lesson for today? So if you don't have any question, mag-hit po tayo ng like na sign kung naiintindihan po ang ating lesson. Mag-chat po ng like sign. Okay, after mag-chat ng like sign, balik kayo dun sa Mentimeter. Mentimeter, kung nag-exit, ayun pa dun yung code natin, 92906341. Balik po tayo dun sa Mentimeter. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. 92906341. Balik po tayo sa Mentimeter. Kung nag-exit, ang code po natin is 92906341. Go off yung cam ko. 92906341. Ay, mag-next. Okay, what have you learned today? Just type in a phrase or a word that you have learned today. Mag-type lang po ng word or phrase or sentence that you have learned today. In our today's lesson, what you have learned? What have you learned today? Mag-type lang po kayo ng any word or phrase or sentence that you have learned today about combinations. So, ang code po natin is 9290. Okay, so sabi dito, solving problems involving combinations. Solving combinations. How about the others? What have you learned today? Computing combinations. The difference between permutations and combinations and how to solve it. How about the others? What have you learned today? Huwag mahiya, hindi ko naman malalaman kung sino yan eh. Kung sino ang nag-chat. Kung sino nag-type na. Anonymous. Solving combinations. Okay, I guess you have learned about how to solve problems involving combinations, solving combinations, how to compute combinations, difference between permutations and combinations and how to solve it. I have learned many things, including the difference between permutations and combination. Computing combinations again. I have learned today that you need to remember the solution properly in order to solve the problem. Yes, tama ito na dapat alam mo kung siya ba ay about permutation and combination para maging tama yung sagot. Kasi halimbawa, mali yung pagka-identify mo, akala mo permutation. So magkakamali ka ng sagot. Saan yung basa kong the chances? Ayan, the chances is higher when possibilities is lower. Yes, very good. Doon kanina, doon sa lottery, kapag mas maunti yung pamimilian, mas malaki yung chance mong manalo. Kagaya rin doon sa horse race. Mas maunting pamimilian, mas higher ang chances na manalo. Okay, thank you po sa inyong mga kasagutan. So I hope matandaan niyo po yung ating pinag-aralan for today. So dun sa ating activity, ayun pa din po yun, ipagpatuloy nyo lang yung pagsasagot dun sa ating week 3, ayun pa rin yun. So dun sa mga hindi pa nakakapagsagot, I hope makapagsagot na kayo since na mas na-deepen pa yung ating understanding about combination and permutations. Yung 5 na hindi pa nakakasagot, please po. Saka dito sa find what is as. Dito pala, hindi ko kasi ito na-explain last time. So dito sa ganitong learning task, so yung N natin ay yung N natin. Dito halimbawa sa number 1, combination of 8 taken 3 at 8 time. Ang N natin is yung 8, ang R is 3. The same goes with the other items. Kung ano yung mas malaking number, ayun po ang ating N, of course. Okay, kung wala na pong question, you may now leave our chat box. Let's call it a day. Thank you.